Hello, welcome to Neumi's Crochet Nook. Today I'm going to show you a tutorial on how to do a granny square. It is completely beginner's tutorial. I'm using here 4-ply acrylic yarn and 3.5 mm hook. You'll need a scissor too. Let's start the work with a slip knot. For the slip knot tutorial, you can check my previous video. I'll be giving the link in the description box. So after doing a slip knot, we need to chain 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. After doing the 4 chain, now we need to close this to form a circle. So we have to go to the first stitch and do a slip stitch. Now we have closed the circle and now we are going to work inside the circle. Now we are going to do row 1. In row 1 we are going to chain 3 and this 3 chain is counted as 1 double crochet DC. We are going to work a group of 3 DC, including the 3 chain. 2 more DC we need to do. Yarn over and going to the circle, and then you have 3 loops. Now take the yarn through the 2 loops first, then remaining 2 loops. Again we need to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3 and work 3 more DC, 1, 2 and 3 DC. Again we need to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3 and work 3 more DC, 1, 2 and 3 DC. Again last set of 3 DC. Chain 3 again, 1, 2 and 3 and go into the circle and do the 3 DC. Now after finishing this we need to close the circle. We need to do 3 chain and then go to the beginning 3 chain and slip stitch into the 3rd chain of the beginning stitch. Now can you see the small tiny granny square? See this 3 chains we did is the corner of the granny square. So now we are going to move to our next row, that is our second row. We are going to start with 3 chain, and now what we are going to do is, as you can see, 3 chain we have put on top of the double crochet of the previous row. So we are going to work in the next 3 chain space. So we are going to add 1 more chain to it to give a spacing. So we are not working on the 3 DC, we are moving to the corner of 3 chain space. DC, then we are going to do 1 more DC, then the last DC in the same 3 chain space. After 3 DC here, we are going to put 3 chain again and 1 more 3 DC we are going to do. That is 3 DC, 3 chain and 3 DC inside the previous 3 chain space. 1 DC, 2 DC, 3 DC, Now we'll chain 1 for spacing, and we are moving to the next corner 3 chain space and doing the same 3DC, 3 chain, 3DC. So now we are chaining 1 and doing 3DC in the next 3 chain space. Third DC, then we have to chain 3, work another 3DC in the same 3 chain space. 1, 2 and 3. Now chain 1 again, move to the next 3 chain space and do the same way. 1 DC, 2 DC, 3 DC, 3 chain and 3 DC again. 1, 2 and 3. Again chain 1, move to the next 3 chain space, 3 DC, 1, 2 DC, 3 DC, 3 chain. Again do 2 DC, not 3 DC. The 3 chain plus 1 chain we did is counted as 1 DC. So we are going to close on the third chain, not on the fourth chain. We are going to close on the third chain of the beginning stitch and do a slip stitch. So that is it. The first 3 chain we did is counted. Now next row we are going to chain 3. Now we'll do just like what we had done in our first row. We'll be doing in the gap. So near the 1 chain space we'll be doing 3 DC, 1, 2 and 3 DC. After 3 chain 2 DC. Then we'll be chaining 1, then we'll be moving to the corner of 3 chain space and doing 3 DC, 3 chain and 3 DC. 1, 2, 3, then 3 chain, 1, 2, 3 chain, then 3 DC in the same 3 chain space. 1, 2 and 3. Now we are chaining 1 and moving to the next 1 chain space and doing 3 DC. 1, 2 and 3 DC. Again we are moving to the corner, chaining 1 again, then 1, 2, 3, 3 DC, 3 chain, 1, 2, 3 chain and 3 DC again in the same 3 chain space. 1, 2 and 3. You need to be careful. You should not mix up with 1 chain space and 3 chain space. Always see that you are doing only 3 DCs in the 1 chain space and you are doing 3 DC, 3 chain and 3 DC in the corner, that is 3 chain space. So now working in the corner, so work one more DC, then chain 1 and moving to the next one chain space, 3 DC, 1 2 and 3 DC, then moving to the next corner, a last corner by chaining 1, doing 3 DC, 1 2 and 3 DC, 3 chain and 3 DC, 1 2 and 3, now in order to close the row, here we need to chain 1 and go to the third stitch of the beginning 3 chain and do a slip stitch. So we finished our third row. Now we moving to the next row, 3 chain plus 1 chain, like we had done in our second row. We are going to the space, 1 chain space and doing 3 DC, 1 2 and 3, then chain 1, then work in the corner 3 DC, 3 chain and 3 DC, 1 2 3, then 3 chain, then 1 2 DC and 3 DC, again chain 1 and go to the 1 chain space and do 3 DC, 1 2 and 3, now chain 1, next 1 chain space also you need to do 3 DC, 1 2 and 3, now chain 1, go to the corner and do 3 DC, 3 chain and 3 DC, 1 2 and 3, then 3 chain again, 1 2 and 3, then 3 DC again, 1 2 and 3. Now chain 1 and go to the 1 chain space and do 3 DC, 1 2 and 3, then chain 1 again, go to the next 1 chain space and do 3 DC, 1 2 and 3, then go to the corner and do 3 DC, 1 2 and 3 DC, 3 chain and 3 DC, 1 2 and 3, again chain 1 and go to the 1 chain space and do 3 DC, 1 2 and 3, now chain 1, go to the next 1 chain space and do 3DC. 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3. Then after chaining 1, go to the corner and do 3DC, 3 chain and 3DC. Now you should be careful. After doing the 3DC in the corner, now chain 1. We are going to work in the 1 chain space where we had started. We had done 4 chain, so we are going to work in the 1 chain space 2 DC, 1 and 2. Then we are going to slip stitch. That 3 chain is counted as 1 DC, so we are going to slip stitch in the 3rd chain from the beginning chain, not in the 4th one, 3rd chain. We are going to do a slip stitch. See your granny square is completed now. Now to finish the row, do a chain stitch and trim off the yarn, extra yarn. Now you can stitch the ends using the yarn needle or hook. I have done a tutorial on how to finish the edges of the row. You can check it. I hope you like the tutorial on granny square. It's very easy for beginners. Step-by-step instruction is given. If you have any doubts regarding this, you can ask your query in the comment box. If you haven't subscribed to Neumi's Crochet Nook yet, please do subscribe, and to get the notification, press the bell icon. So stay tuned for the upcoming tutorials. Bye for now. Bye.